How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing good and welcome back to another video. You might be wondering why I'm in my bathroom, and that will become clear soon. But before we get into this video, I need to talk about something really serious. Globally, the rate of suicide is far too high, particularly in men. A lot of men tough it out and man up and keep their feelings to themselves and end up struggling in silence. And in November, we can all play our part to raise money and raise awareness for male mental health, specifically to do with suicide as well as testicular cancer and prostate cancer. And the reason I'm in my bathroom is to help Movember. Well, here goes. In November, a lot of men decide that they are going to raise awareness and raise money by sporting a mustache, as well as competing in physical challenges throughout the month. Oh my goodness, this is quite a look. This is like a Darren Brown goatee I'm rocking right now. We need to get rid of the bottom part. For the first time in years, I am going clean shaven, or at least partly clean shaven. This is the first time I've seen my chin in so long. That is ridiculous. Look at my mustache, wow. As well as sporting this excellent mustache, I'm also going to be attempting to run 60 kilometers this month. I've left a link down in the description to where you can donate to this brilliant cause, and hopefully together we can make a real impact and help make men live a longer and happier life. Thank you very much for listening. On with the rest of the video. In this video, I'm going to teach you 3 tricks that you can do with your phone that make it look like you have the ability to charge it with your mind. No charger, no cable. Begins to charge. I can show you up close. Look, the battery icon, watch, 28%, 29%, just like so. That is right. In this video, I'm going to teach you 3 ways of having it look like you can charge your phone with your mind. One of which actually does charge the phone. The other 2 are just illusions, but really convincing ones. So without further ado, grab yourself your phone and the charger, and let's learn the first trick, which looks a little bit like this. As you can see in the corner, I'm on 27%, so not great. And I have here my charger, which as you can see is not plugged into anything. I'm going to take the end of the cable, super fair, plug it in, 3, 2, 1. It starts to charge, just like so. Now obviously, this goes without saying that this is a bit difficult to teach because I have no idea what type of phone you are using. Everyone uses a different type. But to give you reference, I'm using a Samsung phone and I'm pretty sure this happens with most iPhones as well. It's just a fluke of the technology which we're going to take advantage of to make it look like we can charge phones without having them plugged in. And here's how it works. Step 1 of this is really simple. You're going to grab yourself an outlet that's connected to the mains. You're going to get your charger with no phone attached, and you're going to plug it into the outlet just like this and wait for about 10 seconds. So deep breaths, do some zen, whatever you do to fill 10 seconds. This should be enough. And when I unplug this charger, it has a weird property. It kind of retains some of the charge. Again, I'm not a scientist, I don't know how this works, but as you can see, it's not plugged in, and yet when I take my phone and I connect the cable into it, it starts that animation and lights up the screen as if it's charging. And that only lasts for about 3 seconds, but don't worry because you only need to show the screen to the audience for about 3 seconds, at which point the screen goes black, the animation of charging stops, and you have yourself a self-charging phone. The best part of this illusion is when you're performing this in front of people, you can then unplug this, hand them both of the objects, and they can try it for themselves. And when they try it, it doesn't work for a second time. That ability has gone. No matter what you do, no matter which way you plug it in, it's not going to do that animation. Only you have the power to make a phone charge. This is a really cool illusion, something that I've discovered accidentally, and yeah, have a lot of fun with it. It is just a fluke of technology, but it doesn't actually charge the phone. So here's a method that actually does. In this one, once again, we have the charging cable and the phone. I'm gonna grip the charging cable just like so that you can see both ends. And now, the spectator can even hold onto the USB end here, and when I plug this in, it's as if they're causing it to charge. You can see the phone really is charging. It's not an illusion this time, it genuinely is charging. which is so weird. This is not the most practical trick in the world. It's certainly not something you're going to want to do walking from table to table. This is definitely a one-off illusion or something impromptu. You can walk up to your mates and you can do this trick. Because there's quite a bit of a setup, and I am wired up to perform this trick. I really cannot perform any other trick, pretty much. So let's take a look at how this is done. For this trick, you're going to want a portable charger, just like this, essentially a big battery, and you're going to plug a charger into it, a nice long cable. This goes in my back pocket just like this, and for now I'm going to leave that cable because you're also going to need another cable. This one can be shorter, it really doesn't matter, and this one I have tied onto a reel. This is a retractable reel. It's not necessarily a magic prop, although magicians do love it. You can get these just from a sort of waiter name badge or an ID card holder. It retracts just like so. And this is going to go onto my belt loop just here. And then I'm going to pull this. Now, in order to pull it, I'm going to take my arm out the sleeve, grab onto this right here, and then put my arm back in the sleeve. And you will see the charger at this end. Now, the only thing we need exposed is the USB end, so the rest can be tucked back into the sleeve just like so. Shimmy it down a little bit, just like this, so you have a charger coming out of your sleeve. This is not connected to anything, but what this allows me to do, if I take this charger and I thread it also through the same sleeve, I can pull this charger all the way through and hold it like this, and it looks like one charger. Best part is I can even pull my sleeve down a little bit, so long as I'm not exposing these wires right here. You're almost not performing this as a magic trick. It should be a very casual, impromptu thing. You just come up holding a charger. Now, you wouldn't normally grip a charger like this. This is the sort of performance grip, but what you can do is just pinch it where the two cables want to split in different directions. You can pinch it like so, right at the fingertips, and it looks like one charging cable. So you walk up, charger in hand, they're not looking too carefully at it because they're not expecting a magic trick. And then you say, have you got a plug? I just need to charge my phone. And they say no, and you go, oh, you know what, actually, if I grip the charger like this, you can hold on to the USB end right here, and then you plug the phone in, and boom, it starts to charge. You can show them it charging. This time they can really unlock the phone. They can see the little lightning bolt or whatever symbol your phone uses right in the corner there. And yes, say hello to Charlie, the dog. That is my screensaver. But you can show this just like so, and then you can walk off. I mean, what a miracle. They have just witnessed something completely impossible that doesn't feel like a magic trick, and then you're just gone, and you're charging your phone, and they're left with like, wait, what have I just seen? I absolutely love magic tricks like that don't even feel like a trick. It doesn't feel like a performance. It just feels like an organic, impossible moment. Now, for the third and final way of magically charging a phone, you don't even need a cable. I'm gonna open up Instagram right here and show you my battery percent. 28%. Now watch. No charger, no cable. It begins to charge. I can show you up close. Look, the battery icon has a lightning bolt inside it. Watch, 28%, 29%, just like so. Once this is done, they can examine the phone. They can see that it really is on 29%. All right, so how the hell is this done? This is my favorite version. This is one of my favorite methods. This was actually a method that I shared with someone at Blackpool Magic Convention. Someone came up and said they watched the channel and we got talking about tricks and methods, and I shared this little gem from the back catalogue, and I cannot wait to share it with you today because there are so many applications. Not just the phone charging thing. I perform this method quite a lot, but I won't always do it with the phone charging trick. Sometimes I'll do completely different tricks, and as soon as I tell you the method, 100 different ideas are going to start to come into your head. Because what you just watched of me charging the phone without a cable is a screen recording. I started a screen recording. About 10 seconds into the recording, I plug my phone in and it captures the animation of the phone starting to charge. And then I let that run for a few seconds until it goes up by 1%. I make sure that it changes that number by at least 1%. And then I can end the recording about 10 seconds later. You can do this on your own phone. You can fully customize it. The one downside is you can't do it with the phone locked, but if you want to go the extra mile and edit together a screen recording where a black screen turns into a screen that is charging, then absolutely go for it. Now, you might be thinking, Cavan, if the edited screen recording is that much more powerful, then why don't you use it? And I'll tell you, the reason I don't use an edited screen recording where it starts with a black screen and comes to life is because you can't then show the actual battery on the phone. Whereas if you make the recording directly before the performance, and so long as you don't lose any battery during that time, you can then show the phone is legit and have them examine it, and the battery has actually stayed on the number they saw it get to when it was charging. The downside is some phones will have a little flashing icon in the corner. If you watch closely on my screen recording, yeah, there is a little thing in the corner that is flashing, but that is so small that you don't really need to worry about it. The way I covered up with the performance was, as I was pointing to the battery icon, I just cover where that screen recording thing is flashing. So there we have it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to click the thumbs up button down below. That is massively appreciated. And if you're new to the channel and you like anything to do with magic, here on the channel I teach a bunch of tricks, I talk about magic, react to it, review it. Make sure to subscribe and join the growing community as we head towards, hopefully, 20k by the end of the year. That's my goal, it's ambitious. And of course, one last reminder to click the link in the description and donate to Movember if you can. They are supporting an absolutely brilliant cause, and together, hopefully we can make a real change. Thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.